I think this is one of the funniest verses in Scripture. Like, they see Jesus, who they just saw feed 5,000 people, and now they think they're seeing a ghost. But Jesus says to them, but immediately spoke to them and saying, "Take heart, it is I, do not be afraid." Remember that, that's important, because Jesus is telling them not to fear. And Peter answered him, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." And he said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. And for those of you who know the rest of the story, and we'll get to it here in just a second, you know that kind of doesn't end well for Peter in this story. But before we get to that part, I don't want you to miss the first part of the story. Because when everyone else stayed in the boat, Peter trusted Jesus and did the impossible. When everyone else is staying in the boat in your life, do you trust Jesus enough to follow him into what seems impossible? At the moment when Peter got out of the boat and walked on water, Jesus was the center of his universe. Jesus was the most important thing. But when Peter saw the wind, he was afraid. And beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." At this moment, the wind is hitting, the waves are getting big, and Peter's focus changed. Instead of looking at Jesus, he took his eyes and focused on something else. When Jesus stopped being the center, the waves became overwhelming.